Chosen one, what I'm about to reveal to you is not by chance. If you're reading this message now, it's because the universe has conspired for these words to reach you at this exact moment. Your spirit already knows, already feels that something extraordinary is happening in your life. The chains that imprisoned your prosperity are being broken at this very instant. For years, you've felt the invisible weight on your finances. No matter how hard you tried, it seemed like something always blocked your abundance. But today, right now, everything is changing. The Creator has heard your prayers. He has seen your silent tears, your tireless efforts, and has decided that the time has come for your financial liberation. This message is the divine decree that will completely transform your reality. The financial curse that has haunted you and your family for generations is being broken now. It's no longer a promise for the future. It's a reality that is manifesting in your life at this very second. Before we continue with this powerful revelation, I ask that you do 3 simple things that will amplify this transformative energy. Subscribe to our channel to continue receiving these divine messages. Leave your like so that other chosen ones can also find this revelation, and comment the word freedom to seal this decree of prosperity in your life. If you are truly a chosen one, you will feel the power of these words resonating in your spirit. Continue to the end, because each chapter of this message contains a key that will release a new dimension of abundance in your existence. The transformation has already begun, and nothing can stop what God has determined for you now. Chosen one, at this exact moment, something supernatural is happening in your life. As you read these words, a divine force is breaking the invisible chains that limited your prosperity. The financial curse that has haunted you for so long is losing its power, disintegrating before the superior power that now operates in your favor. For generations, your family may have carried the burden of scarcity. You witnessed struggles, saw sincere efforts result in inexplicable failures, and perhaps even wondered why money seemed to slip through your fingers like water. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't a lack of ability. It was an ancestral curse that blocked the divine flow of abundance in your life. But now, the Creator is decreeing your liberation. The break is not partial. It's definitive. It's not temporary. It's eternal. What was written against you is being erased from the spiritual book at this very moment. The power that oppressed you is dissipating like fog before the morning sun. Feel it. Notice how your chest already breathes more lightly, how your heart already beats with more hope. This is not an imaginary sensation. It's the physical reflection of the spiritual liberation that is happening now. The curse is losing its power because the time determined for your financial captivity has come to an end. The entire universe is realigning to bring prosperity to your path. The doors that were closed are being thrown wide open. The resources that seemed distant are being directed to you. The abundant flow that was blocked for so long is about to flood your life with blessings you can't even imagine. This breaking requires nothing from you beyond acceptance. It's not something you need to fight for or need to conquer. It's a divine decree already established in the heavens and now manifesting on earth. Your part is simply to receive, accept, and trust that the transformation is already underway. Visualize now the chains breaking. See the blockages being removed. Imagine the flow of prosperity beginning to run freely in your direction. This visualization is not just a mental exercise, it's a spiritual affirmation that accelerates the manifestation of what has already been determined for you. The signs of this breaking will begin to appear in your life in the coming days. Unexpected opportunities will arise. People who can financially bless your life will cross your path. Projects that were stagnant will receive new breath. Each of these events will be the visible confirmation that the curse is losing strength and your liberation is being consolidated. Don't allow the voice of doubt to whisper in your ears. Don't listen to those who still live in limitation and will try to pull you back to the old pattern. From now on, you live under a new decree, a new spiritual condition where abundance flows without obstacles to you. The power of the curse was in its ability to make you believe that scarcity was your natural destiny. It fed on your fear, your anxiety, and your disbelief. But now that you are aware of the liberation that is taking place, that power has been broken. The light of truth has dissipated the shadows of the lie that kept you imprisoned. As the curse loses power, a new energy takes its place. It is the energy of divine prosperity, of limitless abundance, of favor that will follow you all the days of your life. This energy will not only replace the vacuum left by the curse, it will fill every space of your existence with a transformative power that will multiply everything it touches. From this day forward, you will walk under a new influence. Each step you take will be a step toward the complete manifestation of your financial liberation. Every decision you make will be guided by a higher wisdom that will lead you to prosperous choices. Every relationship you build will be a bridge to new dimensions of abundance. The breaking is definitive because it comes from the highest authority. No earthly or spiritual power can reverse what has been determined for you at this moment. The decree is sealed, liberation has been proclaimed, and your financial life will never be the same again. The curse has lost its power, and you have gained a new reality of unlimited prosperity. Chosen one, as you absorb these words, a divine operation is happening in the spiritual realm. The invisible pacts that imprisoned your prosperity are being undone at this very moment. These ancestral agreements, these negative alliances that you didn't even know existed, are being cancelled by a higher authority. There are forces in the universe that operate beyond our natural vision. Pacts were established in past generations, agreements were made by distant ancestors, and the result of these spiritual bonds has affected your financial life without you even understanding the origin of your blockages. Some of these pacts came through decisions made decades, perhaps even centuries ago. Others were established through words spoken in moments of despair or ignorance. There are still those that were imposed through injustices committed against your family lineage. But all, without exception, are being undone now. The power that undoes these pacts is not a common power. It is the supreme force of the universe, the one that establishes and removes, that binds and unbinds, that decrees and fulfills. This force is acting in your favor, breaking each bond, canceling each agreement, nullifying each pact that blocked your access to the abundance that has always been your right. Feel the energy of liberation coursing through your being. Every cell in your body is being informed that a new reality is being established for you. The weight of these ancestral agreements is being removed from your shoulders, allowing you to finally rise to your full spiritual and financial stature. Visualize these pacts as ancient documents being torn before your eyes, spiritual contracts that are being cancelled with the seal of supreme authority, invisible chains that are being broken, freeing not just you, but all your descendants from limitations that should never have existed. Many times you have wondered why, despite all your effort and dedication, prosperity seemed to slip through your fingers. Now you understand that it wasn't a lack of merit or ability, it was these invisible pacts operating behind the scenes of your life, blocking the natural flow of abundance that should always have been yours. From this moment on, a new financial freedom begins to manifest in your life. Resources that seemed inaccessible will begin to flow in your direction. Opportunities that always seemed to pass you by will now find their way to you. Prosperity that seemed like a distant mirage will now become your everyday reality. Don't underestimate the power of this liberation. When invisible pacts are undone, visible changes begin to happen. You will notice transformations in your way of thinking about money. You will notice changes in how people respond to your financial initiatives. You will witness doors opening in areas that previously seemed hermetically sealed. The signs of this liberation will not be long in appearing. Within the next few days, you will begin to notice small changes. Within the next few weeks, these changes will amplify. And within the next few months, your financial life will be so transformed that it will be impossible to deny the power of the liberation that is happening now. This is a divine operation that doesn't require your effort, only your acceptance. You don't need to fight against these invisible forces. A higher authority is already taking care of that for you. Your part is simply to accept the liberation, align your thoughts with this new reality, and begin to live as someone who is free from all limiting pacts. The undoing of these pacts is irreversible. Once cancelled by the supreme authority, they cannot be re-established. No power from the past can claim authority over your future. No ancestral curse can resist the decree of liberation that is being proclaimed over your life at this moment. Take a deep breath and feel the air of freedom filling your lungs. The invisible pacts are being undone, the spiritual chains are breaking, the financial blockages are being removed, and you, chosen one, are emerging into a new dimension of prosperity that has always been your destiny, but until now was obscured by agreements that should not have existed. Prepare yourself to witness the beginning of a completely new cycle in your life. The inheritance of scarcity that has haunted you for so long is being broken at this exact moment. The legacy of financial limitation that passed from generation to generation in your family has come to an end. You have been chosen to be the turning point, the one who will interrupt the pattern and establish a new legacy of abundance. For years, perhaps decades, you have witnessed the repetitive cycle of financial struggles. You saw your parents, perhaps your grandparents, working tirelessly just to survive. You watched the sweat that rarely converted into comfort, the efforts that always seemed insufficient, and unconsciously you began to accept that this would also be your destiny. But the universe is conspiring in your favor now. A divine intervention is breaking this vicious cycle. The generational prison of scarcity is being destroyed, and its walls are crumbling around you. You are being freed from an inheritance that you never deserved to carry, from a burden that was not created for your shoulders. This is not just a moment of liberation, it's the birth of a completely new cycle. Just as spring emerges after the harshest winter, abundance is blooming in your life after the long period of scarcity. This is a moment of cosmic transition where old energies are dissipated and new forces come into action. Visualize now your family lineage as a chain, where each link represents a generation. For a long time, this chain was marked by limitation, by lack, by the constant struggle for resources. But you are breaking this pattern. In you, the chain of scarcity breaks, and a new sequence of abundance begins to form. Your mind may try to resist this truth. Years of conditioning in scarcity may make abundance seem like a distant dream, an abstract concept reserved for others. But this is precisely the programming that is being rewritten now. Scarcity is not your natural state. Abundance has always been your birthright. From this moment on, all the decisions you make will be influenced by this new consciousness of prosperity. Your thoughts about money, work, and resources will begin to transform. Where there was once fear, now there will be confidence. Where there was anxiety, now peace will reign. Where scarcity dominated, abundance will rule. The signs of this transformation will be visible in all areas of your life. Financial opportunities will begin to arise with surprising frequency. People who can boost your prosperity will be attracted to your path. Creative ideas to generate abundance will flow naturally. Each of these signs will be a confirmation that a new cycle has truly begun. This liberation from the inheritance of scarcity does not just affect you. As the chosen one to break the cycle, you are establishing a new pattern for all who come after you. Your children, grandchildren, and all future generations will live under the influence of the abundance that you are establishing now. Your act of liberation today creates a legacy of prosperity for tomorrow. It is not a coincidence that this revelation has reached you at this specific moment. The universe operates with perfect precision. And this is exactly the turning point that was predestined for your life. You have been prepared for this moment through every challenge, every struggle, every apparent defeat you have faced. Everything served to strengthen you for this instant of transformation. The inheritance of scarcity tried to convince you that you were born to struggle, that life would always be an uphill battle. But this was the great lie that kept generations trapped in a cycle of limitation. The truth, which now reveals itself with crystal clarity, is that you were born to prosper, to experience abundance in all dimensions of your existence. The new cycle that opens now knows no limits of the old. Where before there were invisible ceilings blocking your financial progress, now there is only the infinite sky of possibilities. The patterns that dictated how much you could earn, save, or invest have been completely rewritten. Your new reality is shaped by limitless abundance. This is the moment to accept your liberation with gratitude and expectation. The inheritance of scarcity has been broken, and a new cycle of prosperity is being born. You have been chosen to lead this transformation, not just in your own life, but as a beacon that will illuminate the way for many others who still live under the shadow of financial limitation. Chosen one, in this sacred instant, something powerful is happening in the universe. Every negative word that was pronounced over your financial life is being nullified by a higher decree. Each prophecy of failure, each sentence of limitation, each declaration of scarcity that was cast against you is losing its power at this exact moment. Words have power. They create realities, shape destinies, and establish invisible limits. Throughout your journey, how many contrary words have been spoken over you? You'll never succeed. Money isn't for people like us. You'll always struggle financially. These sentences, pronounced by family members, friends, teachers, or even by your own inner voice, created an energetic network that limited your financial progress. But now, a higher authority is speaking. A more powerful voice is decreeing your liberation from these verbal bonds. Each negative word is being neutralized. Each verbal curse is being reversed. Each limiting prophecy is being cancelled by a power that transcends any earthly influence. Pause for a moment and feel this truth resonating in your spirit. The destructive power of these contrary words is being drained at this moment. They are losing their influence over your mind, your heart, and your finances. The poison they injected into your self-confidence is being neutralized by a divine antidote. From now on, these negative words are just empty sounds, without any ability to affect your reality. They have lost their authority over you. The divine decree of prosperity that is being established over your life surpasses any human declaration of limitation that has been made in the past. Visualize these contrary words as invisible chains that are disintegrating. See them losing their substance, transforming into dust that is carried away by the wind of transformation that now blows in your life. Every memory of these negative declarations is being erased from your mind and your heart. This nullification is not temporary, it is permanent. The cancellation is not partial, it is complete. You are being freed not only from the effect of these words, but from the very emotional memory they created. The soil of your mind is being cleansed so that only seeds of prosperity can germinate from now on. The impact of this nullification will be visible in your life in tangible ways. You will notice a new confidence emerging when dealing with financial matters. You will perceive an unprecedented clarity when making decisions about money. You will feel renewed courage to pursue opportunities that previously seemed intimidating. These are external manifestations of the internal transformation that is occurring. The contrary words not only limited your finances, they altered your identity. You began to see yourself through the lens of these negative declarations, accepting limitations that should never have been yours. But now, your true identity is being restored. You are remembering who you truly are, a being destined for abundance, created to prosper. Instead of the contrary words that have been nullified, new declarations are being established over your life. You are prosperous. Abundance follows you wherever you go. Everything you touch multiplies. You naturally attract wealth. These new truths are being engraved in your spirit, replacing the lies that have been removed. The power of this nullification extends beyond the present. It reaches your past and your future. The seeds of limitation planted in your past are drying up, unable to produce more fruits of scarcity in your life. And your future is being rescued from the clutches of negative prediction, free to unfold according to the divine plan of prosperity. Accept this liberation with gratitude. Recognize that the nullification of these contrary words is a gift, a divine intervention that you did not need to conquer or deserve. It was granted to you because the time determined for your financial liberation has come. The celestial schedule pointed to this moment as the turning point in your story. From now on, you will live under the influence of new words, words of life, of power, of infinite prosperity. The echo of the negative declarations of the past will diminish until it completely silences, replaced by the harmonious melody of the affirmations of abundance that now compose the soundtrack of your financial journey. Every contrary word has been nullified. Every negative decree has been cancelled. Every prophecy of failure has been revoked. And in place of that vacuum, a new reality is being established. The reality that has always been your destiny, but that until now was obscured by the dark clouds of words that had no right to define who you are. As these words reach your spirit, a divine process of purification is occurring in your lineage. God is cleansing your financial bloodline, removing ancestral impurities that contaminated the flow of prosperity through the generations of your family. This is not a superficial cleaning. It is a deep intervention that is completely redefining your financial heritage. For generations, your family may have carried destructive financial patterns, debts that multiplied without explanation, investments that mysteriously failed, opportunities that disappeared at the last moment. These were not just random events, but symptoms of a spiritual contamination in your financial bloodline. Some of these blockages were established through misguided decisions made by distant ancestors. Others came through injustices suffered, unresolved financial traumas, or even curses pronounced against your family in forgotten times. They formed impurities that were transmitted from generation to generation, contaminating your entire lineage's relationship with money and prosperity. But now, God is intervening directly. A divine cleansing is happening at the roots of your family tree. The spiritual blood that flows through the veins of your family lineage is being purified, released from ancient toxins that blocked the natural flow of abundance that should always have been yours. Visualize this cleansing as a powerful river washing away impurities accumulated for centuries. See the crystal-clear waters of divine prosperity flowing through your lineage, dissolving blockages, dragging away limitations, restoring the natural course of abundance that was diverted for so long. This is the image of what is happening now in the spiritual realm. This purification doesn't just affect you, it reaches your ancestors and your descendants simultaneously. The past is being redeemed, the present is being transformed, and the future is being secured. Generations that will come after you will be born into a purified lineage, free from the destructive patterns that afflicted your ancestors. From the moment this cleansing began, new financial possibilities are opening up for you. Notice the subtle changes that are already occurring in your relationship with money. Observe how certain financial anxieties that seem to be part of your nature begin to dissipate. Note how decisions related to resources and investments become clearer and more intuitive. The effects of this purification will be evident in practical aspects of your life. Debts that seemed eternal will find paths to resolution. Projects that always faced inexplicable obstacles will begin to flow naturally. Resources that seemed inaccessible will emerge in your life as if they were just waiting for this moment of alignment. This cleansing of your financial bloodline is not just the removal of the negative, it is also the restoration of the positive. The financial gifts that were dormant in your lineage are being awakened. The creativity to generate wealth that was suppressed is being released. The financial intelligence that is your birthright is being restored to its full potency. For years, you may have struggled against self-destructive financial impulses, not understanding why certain patterns seemed so difficult to break. Now you understand that you weren't just fighting against your own tendencies, but against genealogical weights that should never have been yours to carry. The good news is that these weights are being permanently removed. This divine cleansing brings with it a new financial identity. You are no longer defined by the financial failures of your ancestors. You are no longer limited by the invisible ceilings that were placed over your lineage. You are emerging as a new being with restored financial DNA, ready to manifest the prosperity for which you were truly created. Accept this purification with humility and gratitude. It is not something you could have accomplished by yourself. It is a divine intervention that requires only your acceptance. Your part in this process is simply to recognize the transformation that is occurring and align your thoughts, words, and actions with this new, purified reality. The cleansing of your financial bloodline is not a passing event. It is a permanent transformation. What is being removed cannot return. What is being restored cannot be lost again. You are being established on a new foundation of prosperity that will remain firm, not only during your life, but through all the generations that will come after you. God is now completing what began since the foundation of the universe. Your financial bloodline is being restored to its original state of abundance and prosperity. The divine plan has always been for you to live in fullness, and now, through this supernatural cleansing, that destiny is being unlocked for complete manifestation in your life. Chosen one, in this sacred moment, feel the relief running through your entire being. The weight that oppressed your finances, that invisible burden that seemed to suck your energies and block your progress, has been completely removed. You are now experiencing a freedom that perhaps you have never known before, the freedom to prosper without limitations. For how long have you carried this burden? Years, perhaps decades, feeling as if you were trying to run a marathon with weights tied to your ankles. Each step toward prosperity seemed to require twice the effort. Each financial advance was accompanied by an inexplicable setback. But now, the weight has been removed from your shoulders, from your spirit, and from your financial life. This is not a promise for the future. It is a present reality. At this exact moment, as these words resonate in your being, the last chain has been broken, the last blockage has been removed, the last barrier has been torn down. You are free, completely free, to experience the prosperity that has always been your divine right. Feel the difference in your spirit. Where there was once oppression, now there is lightness. Where anxiety about resources once existed, now there is peace. Where fear used to dominate your financial decisions, now confidence reigns. This change is not just emotional, it is a tangible, energetic transformation that will affect every aspect of your material life. The removal of this weight is not the result of your efforts. It was not something you conquered or deserved through sacrifices or rituals. It was an act of divine grace, a supernatural intervention that occurred because the determined time for your financial liberation has arrived. The cosmic timer marked this hour as the instant of your liberation. With the weight removed, a new energy flows through you. It is the energy of infinite possibility, of unlimited potential, of boundless abundance. Your ideas will flow with more clarity. Your decisions will be made with more wisdom. Your actions will produce multiplied results. All this because you are no longer operating under the weight that limited your true capacity. This freedom to prosper is not just about accumulating resources, it's about living in the natural state of abundance for which you were created. It's about experiencing financial fluidity, where money comes easily, stays when needed, and flows through you to bless others. It's about establishing a healthy relationship with prosperity in all its forms. From this moment, observe how financial opportunities naturally arise in your path. Pay attention to how people who can elevate your prosperity are attracted to your life. Notice how doors that seemed sealed open effortlessly before you. Each of these happenings is a visible confirmation that the weight has truly been removed and you are truly free to prosper. This freedom transforms not only your external reality, but also your internal landscape. The financial fears that haunted you are dissipating. The limiting beliefs about money are being replaced by expansive truths. The guilt that you may have felt about receiving abundance is giving way to the understanding that your prosperity is part of the divine plan. The weight that was removed was not just yours, it was a collective burden that affected generations of your family. By experiencing this liberation, you are not only transforming your own life, but you are establishing a new pattern for all who will come after you. Your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren will be born into a lineage already freed from this burden. They will experience a relationship with prosperity that will be different from anything your family has known until now. Many will try to tell you that this liberation is temporary, that the weight will return, that you are destined to return to the old patterns of limitation. Do not listen to these voices. They are merely the echoes of the old system that is struggling to maintain its control over you. The truth is that what has been broken cannot be restored. What has been removed cannot return. Your liberation is complete, irrevocable, and eternal. This freedom to prosper is not a passing state, but a permanent condition of your being. It is as if a spiritual operation has been performed, definitively removing the tumor of scarcity that was growing in your financial life. The surgery was a success, recovery is immediate, and the prognosis is abundant prosperity for the rest of your life. You are now entering a new dimension of existence where prosperity flows effortlessly, where abundance is your natural state, and where financial blessings follow you wherever you go. In this new reality, you will not have to seek opportunities. They will come to you. You will not need to struggle for resources. They will manifest when needed. You will not have to prove your worth to receive. Prosperity will be your innate right. The universe is reorganizing itself to accommodate your new condition of financial freedom. People, events, and circumstances are being aligned to ensure that you remain in this elevated state of prosperity. Invisible forces are constantly working in your favor, ensuring that the weight that has been removed never returns to your life. Take a deep breath and feel the air of financial freedom filling your lungs. This is your moment. The weight has been lifted, the chains have been broken, and you are completely free to prosper as never before. Receive this liberation with open arms and grateful heart, knowing that your financial life will never be the same again. The decree has been established, the transformation is complete, and your era of unlimited prosperity has just begun. Chosen one, we have reached the end of this powerful revelation, but remember, this is just the beginning of your journey of limitless prosperity. What you experience today is not a simple message. It is a divine decree that is completely rewriting your financial reality at this exact moment. The financial curse that haunted you and your family has been definitively broken. The invisible pacts have been undone. The inheritance of scarcity has been interrupted. All contrary words have been nullified. Your financial bloodline has been purified, and the weight that prevented you from prospering has been completely removed. These are not empty promises or hopes for the future. They are spiritual truths that are already operating in your life right now. In the coming days, weeks, and months, you will witness the visible manifestations of this invisible transformation. Opportunities will arise, resources will multiply, and doors of prosperity will open before you in ways that will exceed your imagination. Your part in this process is simple. Accept this new reality with gratitude and act from this new place of liberation. Do not allow the voices of the past to pull you back into old patterns. Do not give space to doubt or fear. You have been chosen for this transformation because you have the capacity to carry this new anointing of prosperity. Those who have followed this revelation to the end are truly the chosen ones. Those who were ready to receive this supernatural financial liberation. If you have come this far, know that it was not by chance. Your spirit was prepared for this moment of divine alignment. Before we say goodbye, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to continue receiving these transformative revelations, and leave your like so that other chosen ones can also find this message. The transformation that began today will continue to unfold in your life, and we are here to guide you in every step of this new journey of unlimited prosperity. You are free to prosper. You are free to abound. You are free to live in the financial fullness that has always been your divine destiny. The curse has been broken, and nothing can prevent what God has determined for you now. Go in peace, walk in power, and prosper without limits, for you truly are the chosen one.